Welcome back, Little About a Lot. Today we're building a porch swing. If you haven't been keeping track of the patio extension project, this is part of it. Watch part 1 and parts 2. Part 3 will be here in a few days. Still got a couple things to do before it all comes together. I have 3 swings to build. Today you'll see the double swing that I got to build. This is going to be a simple process. 2x4 boards and 5/4 deck boards. I'm going to run through the hardware you're going to need, how you got to put it together, and you'll be able to see the finished product. First thing you got to do is you got to build the supports. And the supports are the back and where you sit. This is one of them, and it's a piece of cake. I cut everything at 12.5 degrees. So I put these together. You can see 1 2x4 here, 1 2x4 here, 12.5 degrees. Sit it down on the ground and it gives you a nice little backrest. I got 4 of them here because I'm building a 5-foot wide bench. The ones on the end have a support for your armrest. Same thing, cut at 12.5 degrees down here, 12.5 degrees up here. Right now these are secure with just a couple of 2.5-inch screws, boom boom, and what I'm going to end up doing is putting a bolt through them, so when you are sitting on it and you do put some pressure on the back and you're sitting on it and you're putting pressure on the bottom, that those bolts won't give. I'm using these bolts right here, which are 1/4 inch thick by 4 inches long. I'm going to put 2 in each one of the supports at the bottom. Now that we got the bolts through the base, nice and tight, it's time to put the butt on it, or the seat. All I'm using is these 5/4 deck boards. Stained them already, cut them down for your pleasure. Let's put them on. The supports are spaced out 19.5 inches in between. I'm going to put some 1.5-inch screws to secure the seat down. So now we got to focus on the back. The back is a little bit different than the bottom, and I'll show you what I mean. So this is going to be the back. I have some pieces here. I have pocket holes screwed them. They are 2 1/4 spacing in between. They're still the same 5/4 deck boards. All I got to do is hold them down with the clamp and then screw them all together. With the back secured, the bottom secured, it is time for the top cap and the bottom cap. Next step is to put the armrest on. I have pre-drilled a couple holes at the end where it's going to secure a 3-inch screw all the way through, and then I'm just going to put a couple at the top. I had to use a jigsaw to cut this out, which is the armrest, or the back of the chair, and then just rounded it over at the top to make it a little more comfortable. Pretty close now. All we got to do is be able to hang this thing. So I got some 3/8 by 4-inch eye bolts here. I'm going to pass it through, drill a hole, pass it through, secure it, and then I'll also do one down there. Well, I thought it might be a little bit easier if I explained how the chain system works by going ahead and installing it for you guys. On the side of the swing here, I've got some more eye bolts here, eye bolts down here. Chain passes through, chain comes up and attaches here. I have a carabiner attaching them right here, and of course it just goes up to another carabiner up there. And what you really want is you want it to be leaning back just a little bit. Having it lean back a little bit makes it way more comfortable. Obviously you need chains to go up and connect up to your support beam, whatever you have at your house. Basically I have these eye bolts right here coming down to a carabiner. Now typically what you want is springs. The springs make the swing just so much easier and more relaxing than just having it hard bolted up to the support beams here. One of the things that you might have to do is drill through your armrest here. It's just a little hole, makes that chain pass through depending on your design. Now obviously this is just one design. I made it up. So you can tell this is just a different design here. This one also has the chain running through the armrest as well. It is done by 1x2s, 4 support beams. It's 4 foot long. This one was made for me for a housewarming present, and I've really enjoyed it. Let's run through again what hardware I used to make this porch or patio swing. This is the 1/4 inch bolt, 4 inches long, with a washer and a nut. This is what I used for the base. I drilled holes to the base at the top and at the bottom, and I attached it with these 3/8 by 4 inch eye bolts, and I used a washer on the other side. The carabiners that I used were also called quick links. This is the 5/16 carabiner that I use. Supports 1,540 pounds. And then I also use these right here, which are stainless steel. They're 480 pound working limits a piece. Same thing, just different sizes. I use these to attach the chain together, and then I use these with this so I can attach the chain to that. Then I secured it at the top where the beam is with 3/8 by 4.5 inch eye lag thread bolts. This is the chain that I use. It's 520 pound, 2/0 by 40 feet. Comes in a roll just like this. Obviously I didn't need as much, but I have to be able to a couple more swings, so I'm going to end up using it anyways. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Until next time, I'll see you on the next one.